Be me about 10 years ago. Playing cracked Minecraft on brother's PC. Hear the engine of dad's car arriving home. He gets in the house and hearing him going upstairs. He doesn't greet my mom, neither my brother, comes in directly in the room where I'm playing cracked Minecraft. Do a 180 twist on the chair to look at him. He's just standing in front of the open door staring at me. "Hey son. How are you?" he says with some kind of whispered voice, barely can hear it. Just keep looking at him and feeling that something is wrong. Notice that my dad looks weird, like he jumped out of a blurry photo with a trash focus. He extends his arm and tries to handshake me. Just stares at him, feeling weird. He smiles and his smile is freaking horrible, like if someone tries to draw at his mouth. My dad leaves the room and hear him walking and going downstairs, but only listen 3 footsteps on the stair. My goddamn stair got at least 16 steps. The whole house sits in silence. My mom gets out of her room and asks if I have seen my father. Tell her that he's downstairs and goes to check. My dad isn't downstairs. 10 minutes pass and hear the engine of the car arriving home one more time, without hearing dad leaving. He opens the door and gets in the house. Asked him where he went. He says that he just arrived, he was at the casino. Shit my 11-year-old pants. Mom asks him the same question. He answers the same thing. Realize that dad wasn't dad. Freaked the hell out thinking about what would happen if I would shake his hand. If anyone got an explanation of this, please say it. This shit was one of the scariest things I've ever lived. Was that a skinwalker? Never heard about a skinwalker out of USA. Looked kinda like the image. Be me. Dropped out of college in pursuit of manual labor because I detested the amount of vanity that went into trying to be a successful person in society. All of a sudden stopped masturbating a month ago after many study sessions of blackpill/Buddhism/mindfulness as I pieced together the theory of antinatalism and the wretchedness of our nature. No longer given to my lust as it's all a fleeting experience for naught. Came to discover women seek out the worst traits, dark triad, in men, and it is by succumbing to our evil desires we are given many of the fleeting pleasures that makes for a good life, wife, house, top career, kids. This good life however is still tainted with suffering. There's no escape to suffering. All of what constitutes a good life are only tricks our biology plays on us to keep us chained to this desolate plane of existence. Practicer of meditation, bodybuilding, have 70k cash in savings, healthy eater. Feels like I reached the pinnacle of humanity, at the age of 22. Come on R9K. Utterly confused how so many people here still engage in such shallow pursuits of lust, their concepts of love more self-serving than it is cooperative. The people here robots contradicting themselves for viewing their opposition normies as shallow when they're no different. The way the robots still hold shallow standards and reduce women into their physical characteristics at the same time demanding love. The way the robot still indulges in their vices and angry they cannot engage in them. The robot is just a loser who would commit many of the same sins as Chad if given the opportunity. Have I figured out life? Have I reached nirvana? Be me. Very spiritually sensitive. Work in old-ass hotel that's been open since the 1960s. Walk in first day for laundry attendant position and immediately get terrible feeling. Best friend works in housekeeping and says things whisper her name in her ear when she works. Stepmom used to work at same hotel at the front desk and agrees the place is most definitely haunted. Stay because money is good. Elevator gives me squeezing feeling in my chest when I ride it and it smells like hot molten asphalt inside. Consistently feel like I'm being watched. Periods get heavier and more irregular and make me feel so sick I can't leave bed some days. Upset because I am usually strong as an ox even when I'm on my period and they're not usually so heavy I get dizzy and lightheaded. Feel unbearably weak whenever I'm in the building but the second I leave I'm like Superman. Still stay because $1,800 twice a month is good for my poor family. Does anyone have any clue what's happening with my work? Be me. 16 years old. On great-great-aunt's ranch helping with farm work for the summer. Middle of the night cows begin losing their minds. Go to check it out with brother and 3 farm dogs assuming it's probably coyotes. Find a deer being the reason for the terror of the cows. See a mass in front of deer. It's a coyote, limp and matted with blood. Deer turns around. That is not a deer, that's a human face covered in blood. Nope the fuck out of there and run home as the deer, human runs the opposite direction. Stay up all night. This happened nearly a decade ago but I didn't realize its significance until very recently. Essentially, this either confirms the Garden of Eden and or those theories that an ancient nuclear war may have occurred that resulted in the massive barren desert landscape the Middle East is known for. Be me. Attending top university. Special lecture for the beginning of the year only for students by a top scientist who is working on trying to solve the water problem in the Middle East, Sahara. Guy has countless articles and publications to his name in some of the biggest and most renowned journals. Essentially he is using seismograph tech, sound waves to try and map underground sources of water and then using heat and radiation signatures and certain algorithms is determining where water is most likely to be. Having lots of success and has already supplied water to numerous villages. Midway through drops a bombshell and mentions how him and his team found lots of evidence that not long ago most of the Sahara had plenty of water and lots of greenery. Tells us it was totally different just a few thousand years ago. Essentially just moves on saying we aren't sure what happened and why it's like this now and doesn't go into any more detail about it. Never hear anything else about this nor did I find anything confirming what he said. Be me. Dear Dog Man. Goes to Russland. Returns to Earth. Humans in damage control. Breaks character. You know what, you're just bitter. 'Cause faggot. Bored. Be me, old ass mid-30s. Respected my dad whole life. Start talking about aliens with dad, who is no nonsense old man, thinking he would agree aliens aren't real with me. He starts talking about how he always knew aliens were real. He thinks there is a whole civilization of aliens living at the bottom of the ocean. Says he's seen a UFO come out of the water in the 60s. I don't think I can look my dad in the eyes anymore. Don't be me. Watch the Mandela catalog again and develop a crush on Gabriel, the fucking angel guy. I can't stop thinking about him. I even painted him and weird events are happening since then, like weird knocks and screams in the hallways and my keyboard typed out a lot of 33s and enter by itself. He even appeared in my dreams. Am I gonna get laid?